It is a beautiful sunny spring day in New England today. I'm sure you can hear the birds singing. Flowers all around. It's the perfect weather to go check out some little free libraries, see what we can find. I have a few of my boys' books that they are no longer interested in, so I figured I would drop those off. I'll show you at the end what I have gotten. Let's go. What a gorgeous day to go out little free library hunting. There was one that we found that was not on the map, that was a bit waterlogged. The roof had been leaking and we've been getting a lot of rain lately, so I didn't really go through that one, but it was such a pretty setting that I decided to include it in the footage. I did not pick up very many books today, but I'm gonna add in a couple books that I haven't shown you that I have picked up recently from other little free libraries. So, what did I pick up from today? The first book that I grabbed was Between Two Kingdoms by Sulekha Jawad. This is a memoir. It's written by this young woman who was diagnosed with leukemia when she was in her early 20s, basically right after graduating college. When she was in the hospital and she was given this terrible diagnosis, I believe she had about a 35% chance of survival at this point. She received a lot of letters from people. Once she was deemed cured, she decided to go visit these strangers who had written to her during her stay at the hospital. So she embarked on a 15,000-mile road trip, and she visited death row inmates, cancer patients, all sorts of people. Visiting these people taught her how to move forward when life is interrupted, as hers had been. The second book, and the last one that I picked up from today, is A Death in the Family by James Aggy. This book was published posthumously, and it's a story about this very close-knit family. It says it was 40 years ago, but I'm not exactly sure when this was written, so I'm sure it's more than 40 years ago. But it is set in the past, and you're following a very close-knit family. You're watching what happens when one of those family members dies and how the people who are left behind deal with it, how they are changed. But according to the book flap, this is not a sad story. This is instead a story about love and moving on. So essentially, I got two very similar books about moving on after something terrible happens. The next book I found quite recently in a little free library, and it is Boys in the Boat by Daniel James Brown. This is a nonfiction account of a group of boys who were part of the University of Washington's crew program. And in 1936, they competed in the Olympics in Berlin. They were from working class families, and they were going up against not only other countries, they were going up against East Coast schools, which are really well known for crew. This is a story of grit and triumph, and I really can't wait to read this. Kristen from Enter the Book recently read this, and she has nothing but positive things to say about it. It's getting me even more excited to pick this up. The final book that I picked up, I'm really not so sure about. It is called Close Your Eyes, Hold Hands, and it is by Chris Bojalian. I saw the author, I saw the pretty cover, and I saw the front, which says, "If you need any proof that fiction can scare us, move us, and break our hearts simultaneously, look no further." That sounded pretty wonderful, but then I read the inside cover and I'm not so sure that it's something that I'll enjoy. So I'd love to know, have you read this book? What did you think about it? This is a book that takes place in Vermont. I'm not sure when exactly this book is set, but we're following a teenage girl who is an orphan. Her parents have recently died in a nuclear explosion. Her father was in charge of the plant. She is the daughter of a very, very hated man. She is trying to survive by doing things like stealing and inventing a new identity. So I'm not sure that I would have picked it up if I had read the inside. If you guys have good things to say about it, if you've read it, then maybe I'll pick it up. But otherwise, I don't know. I might donate it again. We'll see. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you all so much for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed exploring the Little Free Libraries. If you would like to see what else I have found in Little Free Libraries recently, then check out this video. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon.